Why, hello there, I'm Maris, this is GamerQuest. This is Little Mouse's Encyclopedia. Do want to thank the devs for giving me a copy of this to check out. Now, this is a different style of game. It's a slightly educational game. The artwork is really, really cute in this game. And I thought it would be worth taking a look at because I know, obviously I have viewers and friends that are my age that have kids. You even might like this game. So let's check out the garden. I haven't looked at the garden yet. So as you can see, here's May on the little mouse. Now we're going to explore and we're going to learn about the different stuff that's in the area. And what's really cool is a lot of the plants and the animals and things like that, at least I'm familiar with because I see certain ones by me. You may be familiar with some by you. It's very, very cute. So if you look here, you can have them move. And you can also learn about them. So here we have a blackbird. It's got a yellow beak, yellow ring around the eyes. The male is black, the female is brown. Obviously those are black feathers and a black tail. It says a medium-sized bird. Forest blackbirds are shy, city ones more curious and cheeky. Often seen helping themselves on bird tables. Lays blue-green eggs. Has a comical bopping hop. Very cute. So let's continue on our journey here. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, stinging nettle. These grow by me. These make a great soup. Very good for you. Don't touch it with your bare hands. It'll burn the hell out of you. But flower, stem, rambling rhizome, it spreads. So it's covered with stinging hairs, has many seeds, and is widely used in medicine, which is true. And again, it's great stuff. Considered an herb. Grows to 150 centimeters, abundantly in ditches, meadows, and roadside verges. We have it all over the place over here. So, we're in one of the places where you do need to teach your kids, like, this plant, don't touch that plant. We have poison ivies, poison sumacs, and things like that as well. So what's this? Potatoes! I grow potatoes once in a blue moon. So as you can see, structure the plant, leaf, stem, tuber, root. Flowers resemble the tomato plant. Both tomatoes and potatoes are in the nightshade family. The plants are poisonous. Don't eat them. Eat the fruit. Potatoes are food and animal feed. Oh, Colorado beetles. They're a pain in the butt. And it is a tuber plant originating in South America. It was brought to Europe in the 16th century as a decorative plant. I think they have something like 1,500 different types down in South America, all different colors and shit. I want to eat them all. I love potatoes. So, garden snail. Shell, eyes on stalks, sensitive feelers, and muscular foot secretes mucus for movement. This is a terrestrial gastropod, lives in damp places, in gardens and parks, plant eating, lives for up to 6 years. Moves around when it rains or just after. Cooked snails are considered a delicacy. People also organize snail races. Wood louse, segmented feelers, active only during the night, obviously made of segments, is a member of the terrestrial crustaceans, shuns light, lives in damp places under stone or wood. So obviously the pill bugs, they are actually crustaceans. Learn something new every day. I actually just found that out not too long ago myself. Young woodlice are pale, adults are dark, and when threatened it will curl up like an armadillo, feeds on plants and animal remains, and can live up to 3 years. I'm going to say this is a radish. Leaves are also edible, which they are. Spherical or cylindrical root. Comes in a variety of shapes. It does. I'm not a huge radish fan. Has white flowers. Bulb in cross sections. That's what it looks like. Obviously, it's, depending on the type of one, they look a little different on the inside. A bunch of radishes. An annual root vegetable originating from Asia. The tangy taste comes from the mustard oil in radishes. Oh, you know what? Hold on, and there you go. You saw them curl up. So what is this? Cabbage white caterpillar. Oh, yes, white cabbage butterflies. You don't want these in your garden. You don't want the yellow ones in your garden either. Body's covered with hairs and dark spots. mutates into the white cabbage butterfly, preyed upon by birds, which is fine. A common garden caterpillar targets cauliflower, kohlrabi, broccoli, and cabbage. The larvae devalue leaf vegetables not just by nibbling, but with their droppings too. That is very true. So let's... Oh, it's eating it. You know what this game reminds me of? This book's been out for a long, long time. It was out when I was a kid. Maybe not like, maybe I was alive when it came out. But that book that has like the caterpillar, that's that weird like stampy art, the circles like layered on each other. Like that's what this reminds me of. It's adorable. Lettuce. I've grown many lettuce in my time. One of the most common ingredients in salad. Obviously you have a root, stalk, and leaves. A leafy vegetable cultivated throughout history. Smoother, crinkly leaves bunch up to form a head. Flowers resemble dandelion, which is true. The leaves are the part that's usually eaten, and the lettuce is rich in many vitamins. Good stuff. So, onion, sessile leaves, papery skin, a robust stem. Onion pollen is collected by bees. Obviously, we have an onion cross-section. It grows in layers. Onions and honey, a common cold salve. That is true too. A biennial or perennial plant originating from Central Asia. When sliced, releases an eye irritant. Heat your blade up before you cut. Grab a candle, get that blade hot, and start cutting and keep it hot. It helps. Garlic, more sessile leaves and spherical bulbs. Garlic flower, it's segmented, and it's pungent with medicinal effects. A perennial plant from Central Asia, grows to a height of up to 40 centimeters, a widely used food flavoring. A delicious food flavoring. Oh, this looks like kohlrabi. Petiolate leaves, root, above ground stem tuber. The kohlrabi flower is similar to mustard. Slugs love kohlrabi leaves. And leaves cooked, you can cook the leaves like cabbage. It is a biennial brassica vegetable. It grows to a height of 50 centimeters and originates from the Mediterranean region. Turnip? Oh, root parsley. Okay. Stem, root, parsley flowers. Curly and flat leaf parsley. Obviously, there's two different types. Used widely in the food industry. It is. A biennial root vegetable originally from the Mediterranean, often added to potato salad. Carrots, stem and a root, carrot flower, leaf close-up, fun to crunch or not. A biennial plant grown as a root vegetable comes from South Asia. The orange roots were selectively bred. Yeah, these come in yellow and orange and purple and just every color of the rainbow you can think of. Oh. Striped minstrel bug. So you have tentacles, head, thorax, and black bars. It can fly. When threatened, it emits a stinky secretion, which is the same as a ladybug. An abundant shield bug found in meadows, glades, woodlands, edges, and gardens. Or woodland edges and gardens. The females lay her eggs on flowers. Young minstrel bugs are omnivorous. Adults feed on nectar from flowers of plants related to the carrot. And let's see here. Let's get them to come out. Oh, they didn't want to come out. Oh, this looks like leeks. Yeah. So, simple sessile leaves. Ovoid bulb. Leek inflorescence. And inflorescence is the flowers. That's what it's called. Whether it's a bunch of them, it's their inflorescence. Great for soups and sauces, which is very true. Keeps growing for up to 150 days. These can get big. A biennial or even perennial vegetable from Southeast Asia originally. One of the bulbs, the national vegetable of Wales. Cauliflower. So you have leaves, the stalk. The cauliflower rosette is a modified flower, and then there's a massive root attached to it. An annual brassica vegetable, selectively bred from collard greens, much like kohlrabi or cabbage. Called a cabbage with a college education, cooked in a wide variety of ways. And then the Romanesco is the, if you ever go into the food store and you see the crazy green-yellow ones that have like these twisted spikes coming off, and it's all these twisted spikes, that's what Romanesco is. It's still a cauliflower. field pea, Fabaceae. This is a tendrils. Obviously, it's a creeper. You have your stem and your root. Flower close up. The pods contain fleshy seeds. I love eating peas raw, right off the plant. Peas are a leguminous plant. An annual climbing vine originating in the Mediterranean, grows to a height of 1 to 5 meters, needs supports to climb on. Let's see the ladybug here. So ladybugs, feelers, legs, 7 black spots, red elytra. Now, ladybugs do come with more and less than 7 black spots. This is like a common ladybug. You'll know a ladybug when you're looking at them. Ladybirds. Ladybirds fly away home as a well-known rhyme. The ladybird larva is predatory. One of the most well-known bugs, a good flyer, it is even called the ladybird in Britain. It feeds mainly on aphids and worms. It is thus a welcome helper to stop them taking over. I myself have used ladybugs in order to get aphids off my plants. They work great. And the more aphids you have and the more you keep putting them on there, the more they call their friends, and your plants are wonderful. Good stuff. So we have a swallowtail butterfly, has black edging, red spots, and spurs. A daytime butterfly, wingspan up to 9 centimeters, most commonly found near gardens, meadows, and pastures. Close-up of the adult swallowhead's head, obviously that long. The caterpillars change their coloring, and the caterpillars feed on carrots, fennel, and fennel stalks. Let's see what he does. Swallowtail butterflies are beautiful. Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. They're so good. I know people are probably like, when they hear that, but like, ooh, boil them and then like skillet them up with a little bit of butter and a little bit of garlic. Just, good stuff. Good stuff. So we have leaves. The florets grow on the stalk. I don't know, I've grown Brussels sprouts and I've gone and picked Brussels sprouts. I live out in the boonies. I'm surrounded by like you-picket farms, like massive you-picket farms. So like you see this stuff, you can go and pick just about anything, depending on the month. But they always tell you to bring your own knife because you have to literally saw these off the thing. So harvested in the winter, Brussels sprout florets. Obviously, they look like little cabbages. The leaves are real big. And it's a hardy biennial brassica plant, first cultivated from cabbages in Belgium in the 18th century. Tomatoes. I'm growing these outside right now. So you have the leaf, the fruit, and the root. Again, part of the nightshade family. Don't eat the plant, just eat the tomato. The flowers get pollinated by bees and bumblebees. There are various types and shapes. They're delicious, all of them. It was initially kept as an ornamental plant, and this annual plant is native to Central and South America. Some consider it a fruit. It's a fruit. And what do we have here? Peacock butterfly. Peacock's eyes, feelers, front wings, rear wings, and black-brown edging. A widespread butterfly found in meadows, gardens, parks, and the edges of forests. It overwinters in attics, tree hollows, and cool basements. When closed, the wings resemble a dry leaf. Feeds on the nectar of plants, and the caterpillars live on nettles. Oh, you know what? Let's... Collared dove. We have plenty of these. We also call them pigeons here. Gray beak, black bar, pink feet, beige-brown plumage. They're actually very beautiful, their coloring. A largish bird resembling a pigeon, we just all call it, they're all pigeons here. Lives in lifelong pairs near people. Forages in open land, fields, and meadows. Feeds on seeds, berries, and worms. 2 to 4 broods of 2 white eggs. The chicks are fed by both parents. Crabapple? Oh, okay, apple tree. Botanists call the apple a palm. It has pinkish white flowers. Obviously, the apples have a core. Dried apples, I'm sure you've all seen apple chips. They're delicious. A deciduous fruit tree lives up to 100 years. Apple trees are typically found in gardens and orchards. Blue-tit. Blue head, black band across the eyes, white wing bands, gray feet. We have these by us. About the size of a house sparrow, a songbird, it likes gardens and parks with people around. In the summer, it eats insects, in the winter seeds. Typically nests twice a year and is targeted by many predators. They're not very big birds at all. Okay. I don't know what that is. Hoopoe. Upright crest, long thin beak, yellow-brown pink coloring, dark legs. A seldom seen migratory bird, likes warm areas and orchards. Wouldn't be in New Jersey, that's for sure. The hoopoe feeds on small insects, nests in hollow trees, flies slowly and low to the ground. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What are you? You are, earwings. These are all over the place here. Orange legs, brown bodies, pincers, frequently found in human dwellings, as well as fields, meadows, and forests. Omnivorous, active mainly during the night. Under the elytra, its wings are fan-shaped. The female lays up to 50 eggs in the nest, diligently cares for them, and keeps them moist. Lifespan is for 1.5 years. Oops, let's see. European honeybee. Compound eye, transparent wings, stinger, legs, and antenna. In the combs, there are bee larvae stored, honey, and pollen. Honeybees form large bee colonies. Their stingers are barbed. Life cycle of the honeybee. The queen lays an egg. 2, obviously, that's the egg. 3 is your larva. 4 is also the next set of larvae. 5 to 6 is your pupa stage. 7 is an adult bee. They're saying it takes 21 days. And 8 is a worker bee feeding a larva. Typical bee life here. So what are you? Red poppies. Petal leaves, flower stems. The stem responds to injury by extruding a milky sap that it's like poinsettias. Jagged leaves, roots. So flowers from May to August. The fruit is a poppy head, and that's a poppy doll. An annual medicinal herb, widespread as a weed in meadows and fields, originates from the Mediterranean. And we're back at the nettles. Let's go over here. Common blue butterfly. You have some feelers. Males have blue wings, females have brown, and obviously front and a back wing. A daytime butterfly that likes drier garden habitats, quarries, roadsides, and heaths. It feeds happily on red clover, lays eggs on flowering plants, and its pupa and caterpillars are tended to by ants. It's amazing how some of that works out. Goldfinch, my state bird. Red mask, yellow stripe, pinkish beak, slim body, brown limbs. Ours have a little more yellow on them. A songbird, the heaviest at over 16 grams, lives in orchards, meadows, and gardens. Feeds on the seeds of thistles. Nesting season is from May to August. Used to be kept in captivity. I'm sure people still keep them into captivity. How cool is that? What are those? Can we jump? Oops. Let's just take a little look around the pond, shall we? Mosquitoes. Blech. Vampire nastiness. But I'm sure a lot of people don't also realize that they're born underwater. Dragonflies are born underwater as well. They go through a nymph stage just like these guys. You can see they breathe through the top that they're hanging on. Life cycle's actually right there. So hanging upside down from the surface, the larvae of the mosquito feed on aquatic microorganisms developed in water tanks in 4 stages. So the female lays the eggs. The larvae hatch after 2 days. Larva turns into the pupa with the big head, and then the pupa becomes an adult, and they break out, through the shell. Oh, boatmen. Back swimmer, we know them as boatmen. Pale and black, dark belly, long rowing legs. The female lays eggs onto stems of aquatic plants. It swims upside down, and it is a predatory aquatic true bug. It lives in still water and can even fly. It impales other insects with its proboscis. It injects digestive juices into the victim and then sucks it out. Its sting is painful. It sure is. I've been stung by them many times. Let's just see if we have a nymph here. There it is. I told you, dragonfly. The reason I know all this stuff is because if you do that whole thing where you treat your pool and you just not cover it for the season instead, and then you just scoop everything out, you will get these in there. These mosquitoes, it'll happen. So dragonfly larvae, feelers, eyes, thorax, abdomen. They're predatory and can even catch a tadpole. They're super nasty. The head can be extended. The head can extend the lower labium, which is kind of like a spit mouth. Dragonfly nymphs lives in water and grow up to 4 centimeters long. They're like that. I've seen big ones. They're bright green, all sorts of crazy colors. Larva lives underwater for 4 to 5 years, and after its last mount, climbs to the surface and changes into a dragonfly. And it pops out through the back, the thorax. I've seen it. But you can see, very, very cute game. Definitely a sweet educational game. Artwork's really fun in it. I think if you do have kids and things like that, or you just are interested to play this type of game, I like this type of stuff, so I'm always down for an educational game. I think they did a great job on it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye. Mwah. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate, go to GamerQuest.tv/donate, and I will see you on the next video.